All right, so I've seen a little bit of like the stream and all that, and I've noticed that the Thailand and C community is not present in that stream of Blue Squadron that there was a representative for by any chance. And it would have been nice to see, at least one of them that would represent a lot of us. But it's okay. I'm just here to give my own take about what's happening in the Black Desert in the Thailand and ski scene. And it would be someone from a perspective of a former RBF player, not really a former like PvP player of 2021 and above, but a former RBF player, and not to the point where I did open world PvP at the time because I've already fallen behind. I tend to have some kind of problems so far with the direction of the game, where it's going. And that is also on the video that I've seen. And it was one of the videos that I understand definitely about the point of that video ever since that I left the game and I came back. But I will be playing more casually, and you've noticed that I haven't posted for a while, and that is because of how busy my university is. My thoughts about PvE and PvP scene. So let's talk about the PvP scene. As someone who don't really get the point of like taking out the one-shot meta, and I understand a lot of people just hate being one comboed. But the problem is that how much more with people who don't even have enough AP to try and combo in the first place, right? So now that the strong gets stronger, it will be very difficult for us to at least get a fighting chance against them. The fighting chance is artificial. It doesn't feel right, and that's because us with really low APs don't really get to see a little bit of fighting chance. We just see that we can at least get back up, just get knocked down a die again, or get knocked out without any shields again. In the end, it is still the same thing. It's just artificial difficulty. It does not feel right. No fighting chance ever still. I do not understand how RBF works now. And this is going to be something that I might not be liked for. But so far, I still have the medal that I still have. So it might be something that I might be missing. As far as with Arena Solaire, I'm an Awakened Witch. I don't have any say about this. As far as any other PvP kinds of things, I do not have a say about any of this. I'm an Awakened Witch. Node Wars is pretty much with the uncapped ones. Everyone does kind of have their own problems, in which I have no idea of how involved other people could be. So I have no saying of any of this. As far as for the capped version with the tier 1 and tier 2s, so far the biggest problem is that no one's really building forts nowadays. Everyone's just racing to that fort, seeing how quick that can, take it down and which guild takes it down first. And that's pretty much it. It really shows that it wasn't really a lot of good things that they've pretty much changed throughout the times. This is a more of a discussion, not really more on like my usual videos where I actually just grind and show everyone what I can do. I will send an updated version of what I can do with Crypt, and it is something that my friend had helped me with the build, so I really have to thank him for that. So what I'm very concerned is that the PvE Land of the Morning Light 2 was done in 1 day in Korea, and that is something that I'm very, very worried about, because a lot of us have been really, really anticipating something nice for PvE. Dungeons, raids, World of Warcraft, the mythic raids, or similar to that, or what about Revelations Online before it died? I have not really set up something that I could say for myself when it comes to these kinds of things. But for PvE, at least we have been anticipating. We have been manifest So we have been waiting so long for really good dungeon runs, and not really the same with Ataraksha. Something else. We needed something that would have been also worth it to do dungeons. Then you understand the point, right? It would have been something nice to at least have in the game. But yes, a lot of Southeast Asian and Thailand players have been readying up for sovereign weapons, and I do not know how far we'll get through it, but a lot of us are already ready, excluding me. That's okay. I'm honestly okay with playing in a slower pace, and that's fine. I don't really mind about catching up with other people because, in the end of the day, Asia has become a PV place. I But yes, with a lot of the videos that I've seen, and all I could say is that please fix PV. That's the biggest main issue that I generally have. Haven't posted in a week. So it is something about the drama lately that I have been having doubts, but I pretty much will try my best. Stay alive.